Chalo. So we are taking up service market segmentation. So what, according to the market conditions, are the good points for effective segmentation? So any type of service market segmentation has to have these features, these attributes. Only then can you call it an effective segmentation. So it should be identifiable, in the sense any type of service that you're providing, you should be able to identify with it. This is for this type of work. So it should be identifiable. Then it should be accessible. If I talk about Maruti, why does Maruti sell so much in the market today? Because they have एक तो very good average, plus wherever you go, you will be able to get a service station for a Maruti car across India. Do you agree with me? And they have put such advertisements also on media, wherein they talk about, first one advertisement says kitna deti hai. Have you seen all that? Average, it talks about average. And there was another advertisement wherein people are roaming around and they are in Sikkim or in Rajasthan and they will find a service station. So it should be accessible. Then the third is it should be sizable. In the sense, you should be able to identify with the type of service. Then it should be profitable. Any type of service that we are providing in the market has to generate profits. Then the unique needs, it should satisfy the customized needs of customers. Then only can you call it a good service segmentation. Unique needs means customization. Then it should be durable, in the sense whatever service that is given should be able to last over a period of time. There should be a warranty guarantee to it, in the sense, suppose you get your car serviced, so it should not break down at least before 5,000 kilometers is completed. If you get your two-wheeler service, it should not break down. There should not be a problem before it completes 2,000, 2,000, 3,000 kilometers. Are you getting it? Then it should be measurable. Again, the same thing, that whatever service has been provided to us, it should be able to show the difference in the usage of the vehicle. I'm giving you example of this. It will be applicable everywhere. Okay. So measurable in the sense that it should give good pickup. It should give good average. It should have a good tuning to the vehicle. It should be well cleaned. It should look saaf sutra. So that is what is meant by measurable. And it should be compatible. In the sense, the type of service that we are asking for, the compatibility has to be there. Now, here I will give you another example. Suppose you have a smart TV at home. And today, the concepts of Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hotstar and all these things have come, wherein there was a situation when we had those old TVs where the dish antenna set-top box concept was not there. Then the set-top box concept came in. So we had to change our TVs to have the compatibility of the set-top box. Now, even if we have a smart TV, if our TV is not compatible with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all these things, then we will have to again change our TV, because the concept of set-top box is gone now. Do you all agree with me? So this is what we are talking about, compatibility. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir. ठीक है.
Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So now we'll take up the reasons for marketing segmentation. Uh, it should facilitate proper choice of target markets. Any type, suppose, if I talk about your area, suppose there's a school in a particular area, then you will have a lot of tuition classes in that area. So that is facilitating proper choice of target markets, because the tuition classes will be successful in that area because there is a school. And particularly if the same school teacher is having her own tuition classes, then you will find a lot of rush of students going to that area. So that segmentation is proper because it is facilitating proper choice of target markets. Then higher profits. Any area that you need to look at should be able to generate higher profits for you. Suppose I talk about, uh, again, the same example, school. Suppose a bookstore is there in the school premises. You have seen in the college, the Xerox Center does a lot of brisk business and generates a lot of good profits because it is accessible to the students who need a lot of Xerox. Okay, so it results in higher profits. So this is a good market segmentation. Then all the various small tapris and restaurants that we have in and around the college or also inside the college, they do good business. Do you agree with me? During Pragyan, when we brought in the various types of stalls, you will be able to identify with that. The chai wala that we brought in the last day did the maximum business. Did you see that? Because proper segmentation happened. There were certain stalls that did not do business. Kapda wala, the people, because the segmentation was not proper, we still gave it to that owner because they wanted to put it up, but we knew that we will not be able to generate good business. Why? Because a person coming for a fun fair in a Pragyan event is not going to buy clothes. Are you getting my point? So proper segmentation has to be there. So then the third point, facilitates tapping of the market, adapting the offer to the market. So in the sense ki whatever is required, yeah, friends, I had a call in between, so I had to just take that call. Okay. So it facilitates tapping of the market, adapting the offer to the market, then stimulating innovation. Dean Madam called me up. Okay. So stimulating innovation. Anybody can give me an example of how market segmentation can result in stimulating innovation, bringing in creativity? Hello, students, anybody? Prashant, Kiran, Ketki, Himani, Aniket, anybody can give me an example of stimulating innovation? It, what is meant over here is it results in creating creativity. Okay, so if the proper segmentation of the market is there, if you are present in the proper market, what I'm trying to say is, suppose you are having a restaurant in your area and the restaurant is doing brisk business because people regularly frequent that restaurant. So he will try and bring in new dishes to bring innovation to the food that he's serving. This is what is meant by stimulating innovation. So it results in stimulating innovation. Then makes the marketing effort more efficient and economic. If proper segmentation is there, then transportation cost will be saved. More of advertisement is not required because you are in the proper area wherein you don't need to advertise. So therefore, the marketing effort becomes more efficient and economic. Then it benefits the customers as well. If the proper segmentation is there, definitely the customer is going to have benefit of that. Then sustainable customer relationship in all phases of the customer life cycle. Suppose you have a good banking manager. So the banking manager, the relationship manager, will ensure that you have a savings account, you have good investments, you have insurance, and when you get married, there's a different insurance. When you want to save tax, there is a different insurance. When you have a childbirth, there is different insurance. So the relationship in all phases of the customer life cycle is taken care of. Then targeted communication. Suppose the proper segmentation of the market is there. So suppose I want to introduce a new product, so I can communicate to my customers and they will definitely give a look at the new concept that I have brought in. Then higher market share. If proper segmentation is there, I will be able to have a better market share of the market. Now, these are the basis of segmentation. It can be either geographic, that is as per location. It can be either demographic, that is as per age, gender. It can be psychographic, and it can be behavioralistics. So based on behavior. Advantages. Okay. These are the advantages. Evaluation of market segmentation. It helps in better evaluation of the segmentation. It helps in a proper target marketing. It results in the proper process of choosing the target market. You can position your services very well, and it helps in having a proper approach to the positioning. Now, I need to explain this with an example. Okay. If I talk about Urban Clap Company. So initially when Urban Clap Company came into picture, and this is a service providing agency. Okay. So what they were doing was they were providing essential services. That was plumbing, that was repairing furniture work, electrical work. Then once they got established, then they started expanding and exploring more. So what they did was then they moved into AC servicing. So now they are changing their target market. They are segmenting. Initial was to enter the market. So they did what? They did mass marketing. Mass marketing of services was what? The plumbing is required by everybody. And whenever there is a plumbing problem in a house, do you normally have a plumbing number in your mobile? केतकी, आई एम आस्किंग यू, घर में अगर प्लम्बिंग की प्रॉब्लम आती है, so
हाँ सर.
do you have a ready number in your mobile? No. Why? Because
No.
the local plumber keeps changing.
Yes.
Am I right? Electrical
Yes, sir.
problem. अगर फैन घर में बंद हो गया चलना, तो do you have कॉन्टैक्ट पर्सन, मतलब आपको शॉप में जाना पड़ेगा, फिर वो बोलेगा ठीक है मैं आदमी भेजता हूँ. So your immediate solution
हाँ.
is not given. So when Urban Clap came in, that was an immediate solution that was given to the people. Why? Because now you didn't need to look around for any type of mass service, right? And if you are paying something extra for that, you didn't mind doing that. Am I right?
Yes,
आज
sir.
अगर लोकल वेंडर को हम बुलाते हैं अपने यहाँ, how much does the person charge per fan? 100 rupees सिर्फ लगाने का. Please tell me, Prashant, Aniket, what are the normal charges for putting up fan? Hello, Ketki.
Sir, 100 to 100 rupees.
राइट. अगर सपोज घर में 5 फैन लगवाने हैं तो 500 रुपए गया.
Yes, sir.
So and plus you have to handle the tantrums of that person. वो अपनी मर्जी से आएगा, अपने टाइम पे आएगा.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So all these, so Urban Clap came as a wonderful change. ठीक है? Then they slowly diversified into other services. And now these services were what? They were the luxury type of services. It moved from the necessity to the upper segment services. That is, first it targeted the, of course, the segment was of course niche, because the mass audience is not going to use Urban Clap services. Only those people who are having smartphones, only those people who are in the upper strata of the society. So that was the niche segmentation, but for marketing of mass services. And then those mass services moved into niche services, in the sense that it moved into TV repairing, it moved into AC repairing, and then moved into salon services, moved into cleaning services. Are you getting my point? So this is how it diversified. So it kept on positioning itself in different ways. It kept on choosing the target market in different ways. Okay. So do you all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now, since we are coming to the end of services marketing, class unit 2, what I'll do is I'll share with you a wonderful explanation of the various P's of marketing mix in services industry. Just a sec, guys. Okay, दिख रहा है ना? हेलो. अच्छा, वो स्लाइड
हाँ,
चेंज
sir.
नहीं हुआ.
Right.
Yes.
Change नहीं हुआ, sir.
Just a sec. Can you see that now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So quickly we'll run through this. Marketing mix in airlines industry. How does this work? Just quickly read through. This is how the service marketing mix looks. Product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. 4 P's of marketing mix. What are the various things that come under each category of P? Okay. We've all done this in marketing management. It's just a repetition. Product mix. Yes, this is important. Giving a feel for the product inside a service wrapper. So consumers are demanding not products or features of the product, but the benefits they will be offered. So airline product includes 2 types of services: on-ground services and in-flight services. On-ground in the sense, right from the time you enter the airport and reach out to Jet Airways till the time you board their flight and leave that flight in the next airport, that is the type of product that we are talking about. So on-ground services and in-flight services. Clear? Then price mix. It can be premium pricing, value for money pricing, that is economic class, cheap value pricing, like no frills aircraft which are running these days. So if you properly do your tickets with good amount of time, you will be able to get a Pune to Bangalore flight for just 1,000 rupees. So cheap value pricing. Then low cost pricing and apex fares. Apex fares are what? When the seats are left, when then it is offered to the market. Premium pricing is what? The upper class pricing. Suppose you want to travel tomorrow and you want to book the tickets today. So there is something called as dynamic pricing. So that ticket, the same ticket which was bought for 1,000 rupees from Pune to Bangalore, maybe 3 months back, will be around 10,000 or 12,000 rupees when you want to buy it immediately. So that is apex fares. Okay. Then place mix. Online 24-hour reservation system, consolidation, tour operator, travel agent. Acha, when you want to book a train ticket or a bus ticket from a travel operator, you have to pay certain charges, their service charges. Do you agree with me, students?
Yes, sir.
But when
Yes,
you
sir.
want to do a flight booking from a travel operator, does he charge you?
No idea, sir.
No, it does not. Why? Because they have an inbuilt benefit coming from the airline industry. Okay. So this is what is place mix in service marketing. Then promotion mix. Quickly read through advertising, publicity, sales promotion, word of mouth. So advertisement needs to keep in mind the image of country, scenic beauty, tourist attractions, rich cultural heritages, or which would attract number of tourists. How many of you people have taken a flight till now? हेलो कोई
No,
कुछ
sir,
बोलता ही
not
नहीं
yet.
है अच्छा not yet anybody ठीक है so when you will take a flight they have these in-house magazines which talks about the country, which talks about the local food that is in that area. Okay, whichever country, suppose you're going to Bangalore, so if it's a domestic air flight, so it will talk about what are the facilities that are there in Bangalore, what are the type of foods that you get over there. Okay, so when you're coming back from Bangalore to Pune, you'll have details of Pune. So this I'm talking about domestic. When it moves to international, the same thing becomes for the country. So that's what it's talking about. That was advertising. This is Publicity. All of you can read, right? Then this is sales promotion. And this is customer loyalty ladder. So you have these loyalty programs, you have miles on your credit cards, you have, when you book tickets with the airline directly, they provide you certain benefits. Like suppose I use GoIbibo. So GoIbibo keeps on giving me cash plus, cash benefits, uh, loyalty points, which can be used as cashbacks. Okay. Then people mix. देखो पीछे एयर इंडिया का एग्जांपल दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. Process mix, right from reservation, flight information, facilities at the airport, baggage handling, meal service, flight entertainment, deliver quality service. These are all a part of process mix. And then the physical evidence, that is on the ground and in flight. On the ground, that is booking offices or ticket counters, paperwork, brand logo, tickets. In flight, that is the type of aircraft, seating configuration, good inner exteriors, cleanliness, uniforms, ambience, baggage. Okay. This is just an example. इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट का एग्जांपल है. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll take this up tomorrow in detail. And tomorrow my lecture will be there at 12 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.